don't know about you, but for me, I hit this end of year fatigue, and I find that my natural hair goals, my ambition, my determination, and my drive just starts to fall off out of nowhere. So here are some reasons why some of us will experience this sense of stagnation in our routines, our regimens, and so on. And then we're going to talk about the solutions. Number one, you are experiencing an emotional and mental exhaustion when it comes to your hair. And this could be because your hair maintenance takes too long. Maybe for you, a wash day takes all day. It's a wash day, not a wash hour. So this could be one reason why you're hitting that fatigue at this point of the year. The second reason could be product or routine burnout. So you've been doing the same thing, you've been very consistent, and consistency is not bad. Having self-control is not terrible, but sometimes you can get burnout. You're just like kind of over it. You kind of feel this sense of blah with your routine, with your regimen, and you're kind of over it. So you almost feel like, I really don't care. I'm just gonna kind of get through the rest of this year. Barely trying. The third reason is comparison, and especially comparing yourself to other influencers or YouTubers or other girls who have maybe a similar texture as yours and their hair is longer. You're just comparing yourself a lot. And I know that this can be very discouraging when you have goals and you're nowhere near that goal. So this could also be a reason why you're kind of feeling that stagnation. It's like, is my hair growing? Is it getting anywhere? Are we making progress or not? So yeah, this is one that I have certainly felt. I'm sure many of us can relate to. The fourth reason is that you don't have a support circle. You lack the accountability. So there's nobody to kind of buzz in your ear to check on you and make sure that you are tending to your goals, you're tending to keeping up with your routines regardless of how you feel. So without that community or that support or accountability, it is so easy to fall off the wagon. The fifth reason is, well, you feel a bit disconnected. And that's okay, because there are so many things going in our lives that goes beyond our natural hair and caring for it, right? I think as Black women, and if you're not Black watching this is totally not to ostracize you, but I think when there's such a huge focus on embracing your natural hair, styling your natural hair, protecting your natural hair because you want to grow it so bad, that cannot compete with the mountains of things going on in your life outside of beauty and self-care. So work, relationships, family, projects, school, medical things. There's so much pulling our attention on a day-to-day basis. So especially rounding out the year, this can be a tough time for a lot of people. So that disconnection from your hair could be part of the reason why you're feeling a little bit of stagnation in your journey. And lastly, for all the girls who are thinking about going natural, maybe you're feeling a little bit behind because now you're finally getting that itch to get into the hair game, or going natural game, this game, I don't think it is. You feel like it's too late, right? Maybe I'll wait till January to big chop or to transition and so on. So you might be feeling a bit like, well, I only have 4 months left in the year. Why go natural right now? So these are some reasons that I sort of thought about and patterns I've noticed even in my own life over the last almost 2 decades that I've been going natural and on this hair journey and so on. And I think that there's a psychology to wanting to start at the beginning of the new year, right? It just signifies a clean slate. You feel like everything starts over. The entire world starts over. And so sometimes we feel justified in just going down this downward spiral because we have 4 months and then we have a new year coming up soon. So we take for granted that right now we can actually refresh, restart, refocus, and get our head back in the game. The journey to your natural hair goals, whatever they may be, does not have an expiration date or even the most optimum time to start. And it definitely doesn't have to start in January. So let's dive into some golden tips to refresh and detox your hair care routine and ensure you're proud of the progress that you are making. The first thing you can do is skip the excess, embrace the basics. So if you have any luxurious parts of your regimen, meaning they're not necessary, such as pre-pooing or deep conditioning or doing something else entirely luxurious, again, not necessary, just cut all of those things out and stick to a very basic hair care routine. I think we've as naturals tricked ourselves into thinking that somehow we have to create our own concoction of oil and we have to do this treatment, we have to do that. We've tricked ourselves into thinking that that's going to help our hair grow, and really all your hair needs is basic care. Shampoo, conditioner for about 5 minutes to detangle your hair, rinse it out, put in a leave-in, and style your hair in something that I would call a low effort hairstyle. That can double up as 2 hairstyles. So for example, do twists, leave your twist in for a week or a few days, however long, and then transition it into a twist out and wear that for another week or another few days. So this gives you a chance to not have a long wash day, and instead this may only take you about 2 hours max. Of course, it's going to vary based off of length and density and so on. But I know for us girls with type 4C, low density, fine natural hair at our shoulders, or even if it was past our shoulders, this is not going to take us very long. So skip and try to cut out all of the unnecessary steps, at least for now, because once you're back refreshed and ready to go, you can implement those things back into your routine again. Number 2, if wash day is not a problem for you and you love doing your hair all day, maybe try experimenting, because think about it, you have been consistent all year long. So now is the time that you can spare a little bit experimentation, because you already know if the experiment goes wrong, I know exactly what to do to get my hair back in the mode, right? So I think this is a good time for you to experiment, because it'll help you change up the routine a little bit, the mundaneness of sometimes our routines can feel like. So one thing you can do is switch the frequency of your wash days. Maybe you were washing your hair once a week. Well, let's do once every other week. Maybe you were going once a month. We'll try once a week. So switch up the frequency of your wash day and see if this helps you kind of get out of that rut. Another thing you can do is introduce new treatments. So if you've never done a pre-poo before, you've never done a hot oil treatment, which I totally recommend. I loved doing hot oil treatments when I went natural a couple years ago. So try introducing some new treatments that you haven't done before, or maybe you did a long time ago, but now you want to bring it back just again to switch things up, give you a little bit more of some flair, some variety, right? So that's a really good idea in terms of experimentation. And another thing you can do, which is something I've done off and on, I'm doing one right now, but you try other people's routines. So if you've been in a rut, you feel like you're kind of going through the same thing, going through the motions, try to find a natural hair person who has maybe very similar hair texture to yours and try to steal a few things from her. Like, I'm going to try so-and-so's regimen, or I'm going to try this regimen, and see if that will help spice up a little bit of your regimen. The third thing you can do to refresh and detox and have this 4-month finishing strong is to curate carefully the content that you are watching. So try to avoid content that makes you feel like you're behind. That would be, for example, looking up length checks. Like, I personally don't watch length checks because it just shows me not how far behind I am, but how much further I need to go. Plus, everybody's hair growth rate is different. So it's gonna depend on your genetics, it's gonna depend on your environment, your diet, if you exercise, if you have a medical condition. So steer clear of any content that would make you feel like where you are is not enough, where you are is behind. Just stick to the content that really fills you up, motivates you to want to take care of your natural hair. Another thing to avoid is watching any videos that claim that their concoction is gonna help you grow your hair overnight or in 7 days. Like, just avoid it, guys. Your hair is growing. If you're a healthy person, nothing is going on in your body. Your hair is growing. So steer clear of gimmicks and trends that make you feel like you can speed up your hair growth. Nothing gained fast is worth having, because usually those are short-lived. So you want to allow your hair to be itself, to do its thing, not make it do something it doesn't want to do, and let it do its own stuff, okay? So that's what I would say about that. I ended that really oddly. And if you're just feeling a bit impatient, just avoid natural hair content altogether. I remember many times where I was overly consuming natural hair content, and it was making me very impatient with myself, impatient with my hair. And so what I did is I took a break, and my break was only 2 weeks. But when I came back to it, it was so exciting to just see all my favorite creators with their new videos and updates, and I didn't feel so disappointed. I didn't feel as disappointed anymore. So maybe take a little break from the natural hair content consumption. The fourth thing you want to do for the ultimate 4-month natural hair growth refresh is to pair up and share your progress. So I find that having someone that you can regularly report to or share your hair goals with helps keep you accountable, helps to keep you on the right track. And I know that's not easy, especially for us if we're part of families where natural hair is frowned down upon, or you have people in your life who aren't honest with you, or you know what I mean? You guys, I think you understand what I'm saying. It's just sometimes it's hard to find that person. Establishing regular check-ins to keep up with where you're going is going to be absolutely important to finishing out this year strong. Now, if you're lacking that accountability partner, I want you to comment. Keep me accountable, Coily, and I'm going to make sure to come back to this video every other week to just check in on you, to see how you're doing. And in that comment, I want you to tell me, what were your goals at the beginning of the year, and are they still your same goals, and what are you doing now to try to finish in these last 4 months? All right, so if you need an accountability partner, that is what the Coily Companions are here for. And if this is your first time watching and you're enjoying the video, I'm going to invite you to join and subscribe to the Coily Code and become part of the Coily Companionship. The fifth thing you can do is press pause, protect, and reflect. Sometimes when you're disconnected or you feel a disconnection, it can stem from personal issues or deeper issues. Setting your hair and implementing a long-term protective style can help you manage this. This can be done for a few weeks or a month at a time. This is going to reduce the pressure for you to adhere to a routine. It's important to remember that other life events may affect your hair care as well as self-care. If you notice, when you have a lot going on and you feel stressed out, sometimes your basic hygiene drops. So maybe you're not taking as many showers, or maybe you're not changing your clothes as often. And you start to diminish how, like, just basic hygiene. So don't feel bad if this is happening. It's absolutely normal. It happens to a lot of people. And so what is best to do here is tuck your hair away for a longer period of time where you don't have to focus again and adhere to a specific routine. Speaking of stress, if you are going through a rough time managing your stress, as this can definitely affect your hair growth and your hair goals, I'm going live on Monday, August 26th, and we're going to be talking about how to overcome stress to optimize your natural hair growth. Be sure to tune in. I will have the link to that live stream in the description box below, and you can set a notification so that you're alerted when I go live. And finally, for the ultimate 4-month natural hair growth refresh, if you are thinking about going natural and you're saying, maybe I'm just going to wait till January. Don't wait till January. Do it now. Going natural is a timeless journey. In fact, I finally did my 3rd-ish or 4th-ish big chop in June of 2020. I didn't start in January, though I wanted to, but finally I got the bug, I got the itch, and I went ahead and did it in June. And I'm glad about that. So again, going natural is a timeless journey. You can start whenever you're ready. There's no rule dictating the perfect start date. It's a natural process. A motivational surge can happen at any time. So start planning in August how you're going to move forward. Plan your routine, plan your regimen, products, styles. Do your research this entire month, and that's going to set you up for success to start going natural in September. You can do your big chop in September. You can do it in October. But just know that you can start right now. You do not have to wait till January. Remember, whether it's September, October, or even if you want to start in January of 2025, your hair journey starts with one decision, the decision to begin. Also, every day is a chance for a fresh start on your natural hair journey. So don't forget to leave a comment and letting me know that you want me to keep you accountable, because I will. Let's check in on each other, celebrate every inch of progress that we make, because in this community, in the Coily Companionship, we do not go it alone. So let's make the rest of 2024 count and kickstart 2025 with incredible momentum. Don't forget to subscribe to the Coily Code if you're interested in more fun videos like this, and like it if you found helpful. And again, don't leave without saying hello. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video, the live stream this coming Monday.